Let's face it, when you go out and view a home, you want to go out and see how many bedrooms it is, how big they are, how big's the living room, what's the kitchen like. But there are some other things that you may need to pay attention to save yourself a lot of money in the long run. I'll go after those 10 things today. First thing you should view is the exterior of the home. And I'm not talking about just the front. Go around to the sides, and when you're in the backyard, make sure you look at the backyard as well. And what we're looking for is anything in the siding, the wood, or the brickwork that may show us some signs of either rot or cracking. The rot will show us that the wood's been exposed, it hasn't been painted properly, and it could cause some issues with our financing. Cracking within the masonry, if it goes at an angle and you can see it starting to separate, can show us that the home may have foundation issues or has had foundation issues in the past. Number 2, also from the outside, and we'll look at the interior as well, but it's the windows. Look around the windows. Do they show any kind of cracks or where the caulking has dried up and allowed moisture to get in beside them or beneath them? We're also going to look at the glass to make sure there's no fogging or staining that's occurred over years and years of abuse, neglect. Like I said, we're really looking for the caulking around the windows and the rubber seals to make sure moisture's not gotten through them. So what you also want to make sure is, do they have glass in them? I have seen a couple homes, in order to save money and time, they've put in a piece of plastic plexiglass. And at first sight, if you're not paying attention, you can walk right past that. Plexiglass can fill the hole, but it's not near as efficient, so make sure they have glass in them as well, especially if it's been remodeled. Number 3, upon entering the home, do you smell any foul odor or different odor? And it can tell you a lot of things. If the home's recently been redone, you can smell fresh paint. You can smell fresh varnish if they've done anything with the flooring. You can also smell, was it a past smoker? Because I know if it was a past smoker, you may have issues because a lot of times the ceilings don't get redone or repainted. They'll contain a lot of smoke. Carpet and floor coverings especially will hold in a lot of that odor. And if it's something that would be bothersome to you, also pet odor. A lot of times those odors do not come out very easily, and again, it gets trapped in the flooring, gets trapped in the carpets. Make sure that the third thing you're looking for is not even looking with your eyes, it's with your nose. Number 4, we're going to start looking over the windows, over the doors. Do you see any cracks? They could be signs of settling. Again, foundation issues. Do the cracks, if there are cracks, are they straight up and down or do they go at an angle? It's usually you'll find it over the doorways and over the windows. That's the first place to look. The other thing to look at is up at the ceiling. We're looking for anything that could tip you off to issues the house may have had in the past, but might have been covered up. Number 5. Open and close every door as you walk through the house. Do they close easily? Or are they stuck in one corner or the other? Because if that door shifted, a lot of times you'll have a tight spot here and a big gap down here at the bottom. So make sure the doors close and shut properly. Also, if you hold a door halfway open, halfway shut, and let it go, does it move? Because if it moves, it means it's not level. Now, it could be just the doors hung wrong, or it could mean the house has an issue. So you want to try every door to make sure they open and shut properly. Hi, I'm Anthony, and if you like this content, please do me a big favor. Just click the subscribe and the like button. That way, I can know that my content has been relevant. Number 6, we're going to feel the house with our feet. What's the flooring like? We're going to look at the carpet, and does it have wrinkles? That can be fixed really easily. They just need to stretch the carpet out, cut off the ends a little bit, because carpet over time will wear. But that's not exactly what I'm talking about. You want to feel the floor with your feet. If it's a pier and beam house, meaning that the foundation is set on blocks and then there's runners underneath, does the floor give? Does it sag? Does it have a soft spot in certain areas? Especially around wet areas like the bathtub, the kitchen sink, the washer dryer. That could mean that it's been wet and it's rotting underneath. The other thing, if it's a slab foundation, you're going to feel the floor. A lot of homes today have had vinyl plank installed. Well, I was in a home the other day, and this was a brand new home. I get halfway across the kitchen, and I feel a little crease. Well, I take a step back, and I can basically make a line across the room, and you can feel it with your foot. It's not much, but it's just like there's a little stick underneath it. Come to find out, brand new house, they hadn't swept the concrete before they laid the flooring down and had left some dirt. Well, you could feel that with your feet, but it's very alarming thinking this thing's brand new and it's already got a slab cracked. Luckily, that wasn't the case. They came in, took the flooring up, fixed it, moved on. But always feel with your feet when you're walking through a home. And don't just walk the common areas. Try to walk around the edges of the rooms and places, especially if there's no furniture in the house. You can feel things with your feet. And if it feels off, walk around a little bit to make sure you understand what you're feeling. Number 7, the HVAC system, or the heating and cooling. What type does the home have? When was it last replaced? A lot of homes here in the area were built without air conditioning, believe it or not, and they have window units, or that's been replaced. But how old is it? What does the inside unit look like? What does the outside unit look like? Another thing to understand is the unit located on the first floor, or if it's a 2-story, is it in the attic? How do I access it? How do I get to the vents? Look at those vents. Are they full of dirt? Does it look like the filter hasn't been replaced in a while? All can be signs of things that you may want to know about before putting an offer on the home. Number 8, the water heater. You want to locate where the water heater is in the home. A lot of new build homes, the water heater is located in the garage. Older homes, it's in a closet somewhere in the house. But what we're looking for is a couple things. When you find the water heater, is it level, or is it set to one side or the other, meaning that it could be settling underneath because of leakage issues in the past? Look down around the bottom, or is there rust starting to form? That could mean that it's going to need replaced in the next couple years. These are very telltale signs that you'll be able to notice with your eyes, but you want to locate the water heater and just check it out visually to see if there might be any issues. Number 9, what I like to refer to is the silent issue, and that's mold. You don't think about it. You walk through the house, you look at the wall. Oh, this is a great kitchen. Have you ever pulled the doors open underneath the sink to look? When you look into a house, oh, it's got a nice closet. Have you looked in the corners, especially near doorways and windows? I know our house, we had an issue. It's because the trim outside the front door was leaking. It leaked against a wall that was in a closet, in one of the kids' closets. The kids had it stuffed full of stuff. We didn't think about it. Kids get older. We move them out of the house. We start taking the stuff out and go, what's the black stuff on the wall? Yep. Major problems, major money to have the mold removed, replaced. And ever since then, we've been a lot healthier, but it's something that when you're viewing a home, not everybody looks at. They're like, oh, this is great. These rooms will work. But mold is what I call the silent stopper. And number 10, as you leave the home, or when you're reviewing the home, when you first got there, when you're in the backyard, look up at the roof. What's the roof look like? You'll be able to tell if it's a shingle roof, if some are pulling up or what have you. But things I want you to pay close attention to, are there trees growing over the roof line? Or is it full of leaves and debris that might be covering something up? It's something to think about. But number 10, always check the roof before entering and exiting a home. The other thing you'll be able to see, are there any sways? Is there any motion to that roof line? Could indicate a problem. Now, I go through this top 10 list for one reason. It's a way to try to help you find a great home, but also to save you money in the long run. If you see major issues and it might not be right for you, instead of paying for a home inspector to walk out and see it, if you're seeing it with your eyes, feeling it with your feet, smelling it with your nose, this might be a house you might not want to make an offer on. Thanks for being here. If you like my content, remember, hit subscribe. I'm going to put a video here on what you should consider before moving into the home.